Good evening, friends. Welcome back to the channel, Healthcare Family. Today is Saturday, June 27, 2026, and we are diving into a massive lineup of breaking medical news from around the globe. From a record-shattering climate health crisis in Europe to game-changing breakthroughs in nutrition science, weight loss medications, and critical infrastructure updates for medical students, we have a lot to unpack. If you want to stay ahead of the curve on health and medicine, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Let's get straight into today's top stories. Segment 1, the European Extreme Heat Health Crisis. Our top story today looks at the devastating intersection of climate change and public health. This week, an unprecedented, record-breaking heat wave has firmly gripped large parts of Europe, triggering red-level health emergencies across the continent. France just recorded its hottest national average day in history. In certain towns, temperatures soared past a brutal 43.8 degrees Celsius. The World Meteorological Organization, WMO, and local healthcare agencies have deployed urgent heat health action plans. What medical professionals are most concerned about right now aren't just the daytime highs, it's the nighttime lows. In many dense urban areas, temperatures are failing to drop below 20 degrees Celsius or even 25 degrees Celsius at night. From a physiological standpoint, this is highly dangerous. Nighttime is when the human body is supposed to recover, our core temperature drops, and the cardiovascular system rests. Without this nocturnal cooling, the body remains under continuous strain, drastically increasing the risk of heat stroke, cardiovascular failure, and renal complications. Hospitals in France, the UK, and Switzerland are reporting a massive surge in medical emergencies. If you are watching from Europe, please check on your vulnerable neighbors, stay hydrated, and limit physical exertion. Segment 2, GLP-1 drugs and behavioral health link. Moving on to an absolutely fascinating scientific breakthrough published in the latest journal reports. We all know that GLP-1 receptor agonists, drugs like semaglutide, have completely revolutionized weight management and diabetes care. But a groundbreaking new study has revealed an entirely unexpected side effect, a significantly reduced risk of violent behavior among adult users. According to research published this month by criminologists and behavioral scientists, individuals taking GLP-1 medication showed a measurable drop in violent crime acts compared to matched controls. Scientists believe this is because these medications don't just act on the gut, they strongly interact with the brain's reward and impulse control pathways. By dampening addictive urges and regulating dopamine fluctuations, the drugs may subconsciously temper aggressive impulses. While more clinical trials are needed to explore this behavioral connection, it opens up a massive new frontier for neuropsychiatry and chemical impulse management. Segment 3, Nutrition Shock. Do we need more protein? Next up, let's talk about nutrition guidelines. For years, public health guidelines have given us a baseline recommendation for daily protein intake. However, a major new peer-reviewed paper in Frontiers in Nutrition argues that most adults actually need more protein than current guidelines suggest to maximize their true health span. The paper highlights that current standard recommendations were built primarily around sedentary, young adults simply to prevent nutritional deficiency. However, newer research shows that as we age, we experience natural muscle wasting. Active individuals, pregnant women, and older adults require significantly higher protein targets to maintain physical mobility, strength, and cognitive independence. The study also emphasized that combining this elevated protein intake with a mix of aerobic and resistance exercises is the ultimate recipe for longevity. The good news? The author explicitly notes that this optimal protein threshold can be fully achieved through both animal-based and well-planned plant-based diets. Segment 4, Global Medical Infrastructure and Regulatory Crackdowns. Let's turn to some major global updates in healthcare infrastructure and strict medical regulations happening right now. Operation Amistad. On the humanitarian front, India has officially launched Operation Amistad, sending a 41-member specialized team comprising medical professionals and rescue personnel to earthquake-ravaged Venezuela. With the death toll surpassing 920 and tens of thousands missing, international medical relief is working around the clock to establish field hospitals and prevent infectious disease outbreaks in affected zones. Medical counterfeit and quackery crackdowns. Domestically, medical boards are aggressively clamping down on patient safety violations. The Telangana Medical Council conducted heavy surprise raids in Hyderabad, shutting down multiple illegal clinics run by unqualified practitioners who were caught dangerously administering heavy steroids, painkillers, and antibiotic injections without authorization. Asterisk MBBSV regulation. In education news, the Directorate of Medical Education has strictly warned all self-financing and private medical colleges that they are legally allowed to collect tuition fees for a maximum of 4.5 years, the exact prescribed academic duration, stopping the exploitative practice of charging students for extra semesters. Segment 5, Advanced Medical Breakthroughs and Tech Updates. Finally, let's look at two cutting-edge advancements in therapeutics and clinical technology. First, Capricer Therapeutics has just dropped highly anticipated 5-year data from their clinical study on Duranacel, an investigational therapy targeting Duchenne muscular dystrophy, DMD. DMD is a fatal genetic condition causing progressive muscle and heart degeneration. The new long-term data shows that Duranacel drastically slows down upper limb deterioration and stabilizes cardiac function over 5 full years compared to standard care. With its FDA review ongoing and an August action date looming, this offers monumental hope to families dealing with this rare disease. Meanwhile, in regional medical milestones, Bharat Medical College has successfully deployed the very first irradiated blood supply service in Nepal. By exposing donated blood to precise, safe radiation, they inactivate donor T lymphocytes. This stops the donor's cells from attacking the recipient's body, a life-saving game-changer for cancer patients, bone marrow recipients, and organ transplant patients who are highly vulnerable to transfusion complications. Cord PH. Cord PH was not associated with literacy and special education needs. In children born after 35 weeks of gestation who had reassuring 5-minute APGAR scores. Acta Pediatrica. Ease stress. Stress can lead to weight gain. Try to take time to relax at night. Deep breathing techniques and mindfulness meditation are great ways to chill out. Lowering your stress levels can also do wonders for the quality and amount of sleep you get. WebMD. Copper-induced cell death stimulates anti-tumor immune cell response. A preclinical study from researchers at the University of Texas MD Anderson Cancer Center, published today in Cell, details a connection between the immune system and Q-proptosis, a type of copper-induced cell death. The findings suggest a new approach to help overcome resistance to immunotherapy. Newsmedical.net. Outro and community engagement. That wraps up your essential medical news update for this June 27, 2026. From climate physiological impacts to breakthrough neurology and medical regulations, the world of healthcare is moving faster than ever. I want to hear from you. What do you think about the new findings on GLP-1 drugs affecting human behavior? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, share it with your fellow medical students or healthcare colleagues, and subscribe for your regular dose of clinical updates. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next video. Disclaimer, compiled information. This content is for educational purposes and is not a substitute for professional medical advice. The audience must verify the contents before use. The creator, publisher, and YouTube will not be responsible for any harm.